Afternoon, I'm Mark at DeGroot, and today I'm going to show you how to transplant a water lily. Most people will buy them in a small pot like this, is what we sell them in because it's easy. They come with a hanger. So people come to DeGroot, find the color they want, pick them up, put them in a bag, and they go home. Unfortunately, some people will leave them in this little pot. That's really not a good thing for water lily because they need to expand. So really, you're looking for a pot this size or bigger. Some come with holes, some don't. If they come with holes, you want to put some kind of fabric in it to keep the soil in there. Now the soil comes in two basic things. You can actually get something that looks like soil, or you can buy something that looks like aquarium gravel. Now this stuff is really good in pots that don't have any holes because there's a problem with oxygen getting into the plants and getting to the roots if you have a pot with no holes. With holes, you can go with your basic soil, which has to be heavy in clay. Which we sell as a Ferrard water garden soil, heavy in the clay. And because of the holes in the pot, you get the oxygen in. So there you go. You've got two basic soil medias. In this case here, we have a plant that I haven't redone in a number of years. You can see where it was growing out of the pot and escaped into a huge plant. It's destroyed the pot. I need a new pot. Okay? So I'm going to cut a bunch of them up, but today I'm only going to show you how to put them into a small one. So I've already put a bit of soil in the bottom. As you can see, I'm using the soil, not the aquarium type gravel. At this point, I'm going to put in just a couple of fertilizer tabs at the bottom. And then I'm going to put some more soil in here. Big scoop really helps. Now I'm using a really big knife. You don't need a big knife. You can use an X-Acto knife, like the one I cut the bag with. Because water lilies, as a big a plant and a nice a plant they are, can really take a lot of abuse. Look at the size of some of these roots. These roots are just used to hold the pot or the plant in place. So basically you can just hack them right off, right? Because all we're after is this growing point right here. So a lot of this root can just hack right off. Just try not to leave your fingers in the pond at the same time. Here's another one here. Another big growing point. Now if we take a look at the pot where it came out of, you can see the growing points are much smaller. Okay, so now these growing points are much smaller. You can still use these by breaking them off and planting them. This is old corm. We really don't need it. It's just garbage. So we go to the pot. We kind of compact it a bit with the soil we put in. And then we're going to lay the corm with the cut end against the pot. All right, that's just the little guy. Now let's go back to the big one. Much easier to see if I work with this one. So I just rip off all the old roots. You don't need it. You can break off some of the old corm. I don't need that either. So again, we got two ends. We have the growing point, and we have the end we cut off. Now you might not have seen with the small one, but with the big one, we're going to do the same thing. A little bit of a hole to put the roots in, and really I don't need all those roots either. I'm going to put them in with my cutoff piece right against the edge of the pot, with the growing point facing towards the middle. And then I'm just going to pack soil with some good pressure. I'm going to take the small guy out, we don't need him. All around the root system to pack it in. I'm also going to put a bit more soil on top of it just to hold it now that I've packed it down, because I want some soil, not right up to the top, but close. Oops. I'm going to pack it down and make sure it stays. If I'm using some smaller pieces, I might even put a little piece of broken flagstone or something in there just to hold it in place, because this is going to float on me if I don't hold it down, if I don't pack it in well. Then I'm going to set it in not my pond, but a tray of water, because now I want to put some moisture in it and allow the soil. If it's really dry, it's going to float on me, and it shouldn't. So I'm going to let that sit for a bit, let the water drain in. At some point, probably within the next 15 minutes, I'll go put it out in the pond. If you have lots of fish, you want to top that up with a pea stone, just to stop the fish from digging and rooting around with it. Every month until, I'd say, end of August, you're going to take some more of these tablets. You're just going to push it in with your thumb as far down as you can go. Move the soil over the top, and away you go. These are going to use a lot of fertilizer, so you need to put tabs in, at least 2 of them, in a pot this size every month. And I would start probably May when they start to leaf out. Thank you for watching, and have a good day. Thank you.